Here's a simple list of things you should do. Every day should be seen in a positive light. Yes, that's also for when you've had the worst day ever and want to punch the next person who looks at you. This is something I've been doing for 2 years, and it might be the most steady habit I've ever had. It's easy and can help you see bad days in a new way. When you wake up, just do those 2 things for a minute. You can find time for that even though you have a lot going on. I don't want a full workout plan, just a few simple routines. I usually do 30 push-ups and hold a plank for at least 30 seconds. When you work out first thing in the morning, you get your blood moving and get out of any morning fog you might be in. If you like to work out in the morning, that's fine. But if you like to work out in the evening, a minute in the morning won't hurt and will help. 3 of them, buy tickets to events. How often do you use money to buy things? Think about how often you go on trips that cost you money. I think you spend more on things, and even if you spend the same amount on both, that's not the best. The things we did are what we remember. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button and the notification bell to stay updated on our daily videos. 4. Clean up your house. If you haven't done it before, you should. Organizing your home is easy, whether you have a lot of space or not. How you ask depends on what you do at home. In different places, I have done different things. Reading, writing, relaxing, sleeping, playing games, and so on. There's nothing wrong with getting up every hour. The hardest one for me is that it's easy and they know it's good for the body. But I can seem to remember that reminders don't work. And even if I remember to stand up while writing, I don't want to break my flow. This is one of the easiest small habits to get into, but we haven't done it for most of our lives. So it's hard to remember. We have been still for tens of millions of hours at a time. Change that. Follow this easy saying. Swanton aparta is how I live my life. Ted plays the djembe. This means that when we don't have a head, we have legs. It might seem weird, but I do it so I'm ready for anything. Most of the time, someone forgot something at home and had to go get it. Don't get mad if you can't find your keys or forget to buy wine at the store. Remember that you need to have legs and do what needs to be done. But once something is done, it's done. And all you can do is move on. With a few exceptions, most of the questions I ask have no right answer. I'm not a great talker, but I've gotten better by doing one simple thing. I ask as many open-ended questions as I can. I act like a child and ask questions like why, when, who, and what. This doesn't always work, but most of the time it does. Ask as many open-ended questions as you can, and people will see you as a more interesting person to talk to. 8. Drink more water. Another small, easy, and healthy habit that you can do almost anywhere. I'm starting to wonder why you don't drink more water. Quit wasting time and just do it. 9. My best thing to do is to learn something new every month. Put all your plans aside and just do something new every month. It could be finding out more about something that interests you. You could read about Perikira's community or the Battle of Mariano. No matter what, learning something new is always fun and useful because it keeps us interested and helps us improve our skills or knowledge over time. Do it however you like. As long as you learn something new, it doesn't matter if you work on it for 10 hours on a Saturday or for a few minutes every day for a month. 10. Prepare to go to sleep. Start off well by making your bed. In a speech, Admiral William McRaven said that making your bed is a simple practice. It doesn't change your life right away, but that isn't the point. We just want to make it a little better without changing how it works. 11. Get up, make your bed, and then talk a lot of nonsense for the rest of the day. Every day, give yourself a minute. Just one. I'm sure you can do it, so go ahead and do it. There is no phone, computer, tablet, friends, or pets close. Only you and your thoughts matter. Do this while sitting on the toilet if you have to. Even if you only do this for a minute, it won't change your life, but it will help you start being aware of what you think instead of just letting it happen naturally. Start with 1 minute and add more time as you go. Think about what you are thinking. Talk with yourself. Just let your thoughts be what they are and go on. Self-awareness is not given nearly enough value in our world. Think about whether or not what you're doing is worthwhile. There are a lot of things we do that don't matter, and many of them aren't worth our time. We finish them and move on, but a week later, we remember how much time we wasted on them. If you only had 2 months to live, would you binge watch The Queen's Gambit or write that book you've always wanted to write? If you can't do something in 2 minutes, you should do it right away. A lot of people say that if something takes less than 5 minutes to do, you should do it right away. But I disagree. Even though it's only 5 minutes, that's still a lot of time and can mess up the rest of my plans. Instead, I've told you that you can wait up to 2 minutes before you have to do it. If writing it down and putting it in front of you will take you 5 minutes, do it in the next hour and a half. It gives you a little room to make mistakes, but it also keeps you from putting things off for days. Pay attention to how you stand. Over time, bad posture can hurt you in many ways. I have a hunchback, which makes it hard for me to hold my head up. Now, I forget it all the time, but when I do remember, I sit up straight again, just like I did when I started writing this part. With a little bit of work, you can get a lot done. If your stance is still good, be proud of it and notice when it changes. Put up signs for a while if you don't stand up straight. The screen picture in my phone was a simple sentence: saying 15 reads for 15 minutes every day. I know this one takes a bit longer, but it's worth it. Jim Q always says that leaders read. Anyone who wants to live a better life, not just leaders. It doesn't matter if you read a story or a true story. Both have good points, but the most important thing is that you read. If you can't find 15 minutes each, do it for 1 hour and 45 minutes each week. Even though it's just a start, most people don't realize how much it is. A 2019 study found that 70% of US people had not been in a bookstore in the past 5 years. There are big habits that are hard to break and small habits that are easy to break. I like them both. But the second group is easier to fit into our already business lives. They also make people's lives better in the long run. The only bad thing about those is that it's hard to see how they work. You don't see how useful they are. So it's easy to get rid of them. If you keep doing them, your life will get better over time. 2023 can be that year. You can start to do things differently. You can feel better with small changes. Hey, you can get going right away. Just stand up and say something to get things going. That's it for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post videos every week, so stay notified. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.